What's going on, everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and we're going to talk about the rookie front nine for the weekend round, which is the final round for the Winter Sun Tournament. So first of all, congratulations for making it this far. Now it's time to bring it home. It's time to try to take home a top 10 spot, maybe get on the podium if we're lucky. And so far, the front nine is going pretty well, besides hole number one, which is my nemesis, but I still got the birdie on it. I'm just struggling to get the eagle. But, I'm going to show you every single wind angle. We've got some really good shots to share and some shots that were so close to dropping that with minor tweaks, you're going to be able to get. So if you like my videos, if you're not a subscriber yet, please hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. Take just a second to hit the thumbs up button and like the video. And if you appreciate the content that I've provided all week, I do put a link to my PayPal in the comments section below. Any donations help support my channel, and they really do mean a lot to me. Okay, hole number one. Here's what you need to do, and here's what I'm going to do on the back nine. We just need to use the big topper. I don't know why I've been stubborn on this hole, but I have been. So I would use a big topper here. You can use a navigator. That's going to be plenty of ball. You could use a katana if you wanted to. I just wouldn't want you to roll too far up that fairway and into the top hand side of the rough. But you're going to see here with my extra mile level 8, even with full topspin using this navigator, I just didn't get enough distance on my drive. Now, we're playing this with the same elevation that we have all tournament. This is going to be 10% elevation, and because I only came in at 309 yards on the drive, it's going to leave me shot number 2 with the Goliath. So if you play the big topper, you're going to be taking the shot with the thorn. I would say the most important thing here to note is the wind angle. You've got almost direct crosswind from right to left with a little bit of headwind. So just make sure you account for that. This shot here was taken 10% at mid-distance. Pretty big miss to the right-hand side of the cup, even with a perfect ball. But again, as long as you use a big topper, you should be playing that shot with your thorn and not the Goliath. Now let's go into hole number 2, where things start to look a little bit better for us, and we can really start to talk about how we're going to dial in some of these shots. All right, you're going to notice here 5 bars of backspin and about 0.2 bars of side spin to the right. Take a note of my setup point here. You'll see here that the red ring is slightly inside the rough with the ball guide line pointing to the left-hand side of the cup. We make our ring adjustment here. We get the perfect ball, which I've been struggling with all tournament long. And we get it to roll around the right-hand side of the cup. So we sneak that one in for a hole-in-one. You might want to offset that one a little bit more to the left-hand side. And the reason that I say that is, notice I only had 2.8 mile per hour wind. If you were to get hit with like a 4 mile per hour wind or something like that, a little bit heavier, you would miss this shot, even with the exact same setup, because with the perfect ball, I came in on the right-hand side of the cup. So anything stronger than this 2.8, I would have missed a shot and had to reevaluate. So keep that in mind. Take that as a note. But you can see here the offset point is aiming right on the left outside edge of the cup, and we still rolled it in the right-hand side pin. I would also note here, which is why I'm doing it again, for some of you who understand pull angle, I want you to notice what I'm doing here with my arrow. Do you notice how right now it's pointing exactly north? I am not going to let it flicker from north to north right. That would be 12:01, like reading a clock. I am using an 11:59 pull angle on this shot. Notice how my needle now will only vibrate from north to north left. That is 11:59. I am pulling at that pull angle. That is extremely important to note on hole number 2 with this wind angle. And still, by favoring the left-hand side of the cup and by using the 11:59 pull angle, I still roll that into the right-hand side of the cup. So lots of details on hole number 2. A lot of people will not pick up the hole-in-one, but I wanted to spend a little bit more time on that hole to help you out. Okay, hole number 3. Hole number 3, I believe, actually gives us a good chance for an albatross with this wind angle. We're going to play it over the rough and over the bunker there at 10% elevation, full top. I'm using 2 bars of right side spin. Notice here I have about half of my red ring in the fairway and half in the rough. That is me leaving myself room for a great right shot. Since my timing has been off all tournament, I've been trying to make sure that on all of my drives, I am leaving myself wiggle room. But here, all we're trying to do is just get this ball powered onto the fairway. Now, in a more ideal situation, we would be more on the right-hand side of the fairway, so it does look like we could do all 3 bars of side spin if we wanted to, but still no harm, no foul. We're able to back up our sniper here and take this shot. Now, I am taking this shot at 10% elevation. I am playing it at max distance of my club with 2.8 bars of backspin and then a sliver of side spin to the right, as you saw there in the spin adjustments. I'm moving my ball guide line around until I have a very consistent spot. Notice here I'm leaving my ball guide line through the pin, but dead center. Remember, this is 10% at max. So this was a 2.8 ring pull. I hit a perfect ball. And we just missed that one barely, just barely to the left-hand side. So what I would say here is, okay, so 2.5 mile per hour wind was what I had. 10% elevation, 2.8 rings is what I pulled. And remember, I just missed barely to the left-hand side. So what I would like you to try to do is play that wind angle at 20% elevation, because 3.1 would have put us in the cup. Now, I know the speed was a little bit strong, but I don't think it was strong enough to make us miss. So right there is with a 2.8 pull. You know, if I would have pulled 0.3 more rings at 20%, then this ball could have snuck in there for an albatross. The only thing that I would do different outside of the elevation is I would change this spin to exactly 3 bars of backspin and keep that sliver of right side spin, since we know that's how I played it, and just add that full 3 bars of backspin, use the exact same spot, try 20%, and I hope the ball falls for you. I'm going to show you this hole, 25% elevation at max. Notice here, this is 5 bars of backspin. So first thing is 25% elevation at max. This is 5 bars of backspin. I know this video is going to be a little bit longer, but it's the finals, and I really want you all to drop these shots. 5 bars of backspin, 4.3 mile per hour wind. Keep note, that's one of the strongest winds you can get in rookie with a Navigator ball. Look where I'm aiming here. I've got the blue ring almost up against the bottom of the fringe line with the ball guide line pointing to the left-hand side of the cup. It's still inside the cup, but it's left-hand side. 5 bars of backspin, okay? Notice there how I said the blue ring is almost against the fringe line. You can see how close it is right there. 25% at max. Okay. This ball would have gone into the cup if I would have played it at 4.8 backspin. So I want you to write that down. 4.8 backspin if the wind is over 4 miles an hour. Now, look at this one. This is my other account. It's only 2.9 miles an hour. So the first thing I do is I go to 4.8 backspin. I know that I need that. Take note that I'm also aiming with my blue ring right at the same area. I try to duplicate everything that I do on both accounts. Because of the wind, you can see here I'm aiming still on the left-hand side of the cup, but a little bit more close to center of the cup, because I'm not getting that strong of a wind push. Same thing, 25% at max. Perfect ball. So in the lower wind, okay, in the lower wind, we could have got away with just aiming dead center, and that would have been the minor adjustment to make to get that hole in one. So I'm glad that I got 2 perfect balls on 2 completely different spectrums of the wind to help you dial in that hole in one. And I know a lot of you are going to get it. 10% elevation on hole number 5. And we're just using a navigator ball, that's plenty. You can see here 1 bar of side spin to the left. I've got my white ring here up against the left-hand side of the rough. I did not use any top spin, just 1 bar of left side spin. You can see the ball comes in very nicely there on the fairway. Now, here's what I want you to note. I'm playing this one 40% at mid. This is the exact same spin adjustment I want you to play. 1 bar of back, 1 bar of left side spin. I have the ball guideline right here favoring the left-hand side of the cup. So just on the left-hand side of the flag stick. Again, this is 40% elevation at mid-distance. So this is like 1.9 rings, something like that. Perfect ball. So stinking close, okay? So close. So here's what I want you to do. I need you to use the exact same spin adjustments because we know the speed and everything is good. I want you to aim on the corner of that light green patch. So do you notice here how the ball guideline, the cup is in that light green square? I want you to aim your ball guideline to the left-hand side of the cup right on the corner of that green square that is right before the cup. So I don't think I'll be able to illustrate this that good because of how I really want you all to have a big final. So no, that's 2. All right, forget that. And again, you can fast forward if this is not your style, but it's the finals. And again, I want you guys to kill it. Right there. Just a little bit above. Well, I can't illustrate it properly, so I apologize about that. But I just want you to move that ball guideline about 1/4 of a green square to the left. All right, well, I tried. 10% elevation on hole number 6. Hole number 6, so close to the stinking albatross. Definitely use a kingmaker because we're going to be getting back-to-back headwind. Now, if you don't have a kingmaker, you can definitely use a Titan. But the back-to-back headwind with the kingmaker does help. 10% elevation on the drive. Keeping it simple, fast forward since I spent a lot of time already. 356. You can see here we have plenty of room to get over the rough as long as we get the distance on the drive. I'm playing this one with max side spin to the left. And I want you to note here about 4.2, 4.3 bars of backspin. I have my ball guideline going through the pin. So ball guideline beyond the pin, notice the offset. My ball guideline is touching the right edge of the cup. The shot right here is played at 0% at max. So 0% at max. We just need to reduce that to only 4 bars of backspin. 4 bars of backspin, and that ball would have came in a little bit hotter with a little bit more speed and been right on track to fall in for an albatross. All right, hole number 7. 10% elevation using a katana, using the max right side spin. So 3 right, 3 back, blue ring on the fringe line, 10% elevation. And I moved it over here just a little bit because if we can get this ball more on the left-hand side of the fairway, it makes shot number 2 easier. So notice here how I have a little bit of my blue ring now inside the rough. The only thing you can't do, guys and gals, is hit a great left shot if you're playing it this close to the rough like I am. But I do like landing exactly in this area. So that's going to bring us in for shot number 2. Shot number 2 here, I played 10% at mid. I want you to use the exact same spin. 1 bar of backspin, half a bar of side spin to the left. I'm aiming dead center. I'm playing this shot 10% at mid, 10% at mid, okay? Which is 1 for 1 on the wind with the sniper 10. The only thing I do here is I hit a great ball to the right. But the reason I know this shot would be close to dropping is because my opponent made it with the exact same ball and the exact same ring pull. So I went back and watched his replay and I counted the rings. He also played it 10% at mid, and he used half a bar of side spin to the left, 1 bar of backspin just like I did, and the ball dropped dead center for the eagle. So keep that in mind on hole number 7. This brings us to hole number 8, where we do pick up the hole-in-one. Lots of backspin. Notice the setup point here. This is the blue ring, almost on the rough line. Ball guide line pointing to the hole. 40% elevation. I want you to notice the pull angle here on this one. All right, I'm using a 1201 pull angle. That means I am only letting the needle go from north to north right. I am completely eliminating the needle going from north to north left. I know that's a little bit more advanced for a rookie, but these are just the ideas that I had after, I missed a shot with my other account, barely. I just decided to keep the same spin adjustments and change the pull angle, and you can see here that we got it in for a hole-in-one. So let me show it to you again, okay? 40% at mid, 5.5 bars of backspin. You can see the setup point right here. This is great. I might be slightly favoring the left-hand side of the flagstick with the blue ring almost on the rough line. Now look at the needle, okay? I am not letting this needle bounce from north to north left. I'm only letting it go from north to north right. That is a 1201 pull angle right there. Perfect ball, and I hit the pin and go in for a hole-in-one. All right, everybody, this is hole number 9. I'm sorry for how long it is. I'm just trying to help everybody have a huge finals. If you like my content, please subscribe. Please just take just a second there and hit that thumbs up button. And again, if you'd like to donate to my channel, if you like the work I did all tournament long, you can definitely show me some love to the PayPal link. Anything's appreciated. I know not everybody can do it, but for those who can, greatly appreciated in advance. I always play this drive 0%. It just works out. It's always a good drive here. This is 0% at mid distance. We could get away with a little bit more top spin to get a few more yards. But the good thing is here, we're going to get back-to-back tailwind. And I really like this shot here. This shot is also played at 0% at max distance of my club. This is about 1.2 bars of top spin. Notice here I let the tailwind and the green do the work. The only thing I do wrong here, again, is I hit a great ball to the right, so I'm going to miss to the right. Honestly, I don't know what my problem is this week with hitting great balls. It's not like me to hit this many. But, I really am. But look how perfect the speed is. I don't think a perfect ball would have been in the cup. I still think I would have missed to the right-hand side. So I do think we need to either offset or apply just a little bit of left side spin to counteract that wind. Anyways, I'm still in the hunt with a minus 14. Right now, a minus 29 is leading my bracket. And that's about with half of the field completed. So I could take down one of those big spots with a good back 9. Good luck, everybody.